lifetime, we absorb facts, information, and skills. We get our theoretical and practical understanding through education and experience. It's called knowledge. Welcome to television's longest-running high school quiz show, Knowledge Bowl. Let's join two of our competing Northeast Michigan high schools and our host, Joe Rybarczyk, for today's match.
Hello, Northeast Michigan, and welcome to Knowledge Bowl. My name is Joe Rybarczyk, and it's my pleasure to be your moderator for Northeast Michigan's high school quiz show. Today I'm joined by teams from Rogers City on my left and Alcona on my right. And before we begin our game today, let's first hear introductions from both teams, and we're going to begin with Alcona, and we'll start with their team captain.
Pierce Bilby, sophomore.
Eric Davies, senior.
Krista Endish, senior.
Patrick Bates, sophomore.
Alec Dubuque, sophomore. Davius Micus, sophomore.
Courtney Jones, junior.
Haley Gordy, sophomore.
Reagan Eller, sophomore.
And they're joined by their team coach, Linda Moran. Thank you for joining us. And now we'll move over to Rogers City, and we'll start with their team captain.
Alex Mulka-Kamieshek, senior.
Phil Grambo, junior.
Nicholas Budnick, junior.
Samantha Heinzel, senior.
Isaac Riddle, junior.
Ashley Wirgo, senior.
And they're joined by their coach, Dave Nowak. Thanks for joining us. And I also want to thank our judges today, Dylan Arthur and Brian McClellan. And so now we're going to go into our first round, but before we go into it, here are the rules.
Round one is a toss-up format. A question will be asked, and the first competitor to ring in has the opportunity to answer the question. If a correct answer is given, the team is awarded 10 points. No consulting is allowed. If the answer is incorrect, then the question goes to the opposing team to answer.
All right, so let's jump into our first round, which is a toss-up round. Herbert Hoover organized a relief program that fed 10 million civilians in what German-occupied country after Britain blockaded the coast during World War I? Pierce.
Berlin.
No, sorry. Rogers City. Alex.
Poland.
No, actually it's Belgium. What type of writing exercise forces the writer to write continuously for a given amount of time without concern for form or grammar? Pierce.
Shorthand.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Sam.
Pre-write?
What was that?
Pre-write?
Pre-write?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. It's actually free writing. What would be the volume of a cylinder in terms of pi cubic inches if it has a radius of 4 inches and a height of 6 inches? It's 96 pi cubic inches. Possibly due to intestinal spasms, this condition in babies ends after 3 months. What is it called? Krista.
Colic.
Colic, that's right.
Yeah.
The word gargoyle is often used incorrectly to describe all sculptures of grotesque creatures on medieval buildings. When not used as a drain, however, these monsters are known by a different name. What is this word, which also refers to a fire-breathing monster in Greek mythology or anything wildly fanciful? Nick?
A drake.
No, I'm sorry. Alcona? Who was that?
Oh, Eric.
Oh, Eric, sorry. I just didn't see it. No, actually we're looking for a chimera. Many recipes for baked goods call for the sugar and butter to be beaten together before being added to the other ingredients. What is this process called? Alex?
Whisking.
No, I'm sorry. Alcona, anyone? Pierce?
Mixing.
No, it's actually creaming. Two blonde sex symbols made their last completed films with Clark Gable. One released in 1931, one in 1961. Name both leading ladies. Krista.
Marilyn Monroe and Audrey Hepburn.
No, I'm sorry. Anyone from Rogers City? All right, Marilyn Monroe, you had correct. The other is Jean Harlow. All right. Which state is the windiest? Sam?
Chicago.
No, sorry. Pierce?
Illinois.
Nope, actually, we're looking for Kansas. Just got Dorothy and Toto. Until the 18th century, the new year in England began in which month? Krista?
February.
No, I'm sorry. Alex?
March.
March, that's right. Which term derived from the Latin for flight designates a musical composition in which several voices or instruments repeat a number of melodies with slight variations? Alex?
A cappella.
No, sorry. Alcona, anyone? Right, that's fugue. Numerous channels within the cytoplasm of a cell appear to be formed by a membranous network called what? Krista?
Golgi apparatus.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Anybody from Rogers City? Alex?
Mitochondria.
Nope, we're actually looking for the endoplasmic reticulum. Who began his World War II broadcast with the words, "This is London"? Alex?
Winston Churchill.
No, I'm sorry. Alcona, anyone? Eric?
Birdie.
Nope, it's actually Edward R. Murrow. And in what year did John Paul Jones utter the immortal line, "Sir, I have not yet begun to fight"? All right, that's 1779. And that's going to do it for our first round. We'll be right back with some scores and for the bonus round. Welcome back. We've got some scores for you. Right now, Rogers City and Alcona are both tied at 10 points each. So now we're going to move into our second round, which is a bonus round. But before we do that, here are the rules.
This is the bonus round. It consists of toss-up questions, as in round 1. However, this is the twist. The team answering correctly then gets 4 bonus questions. For each question answered correctly, a series of points will be awarded. Team members can consult, but only the team captain can answer the question. After an incorrect answer, the toss-up portion begins again for both teams.
Okay, let's jump right into our second round, our bonus round, and we'll start off with some toss-up questions. Great herds of bison once thundered like a series of dark storm clouds across the American plains. Only 2 natural enemies posed a serious threat to the animals. Man was one. Name the other. Pierce.
Mountain lion.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Rogers City, anyone? The other was wolves. Which of Beethoven's symphonies has movements entitled Awakening of Joyful Feelings Upon Arrival in the Country, The Brook, Village Festival, and The Shepherd's Song? Eric.
Ode to Joy.
No, I'm sorry. Roger City, anyone? Pastoral or The Sixth? Name both Shakespeare's plays with one-word titles beginning with the letter C. Looking for Coriolanus and Cymbeline. Name the ancient astronomer and mathematician who developed the theory of the music of the spheres. Pierce.
Galileo.
No, I'm sorry. Roger City, anyone? Looking for Pythagoras. It's been called the Liechtenstein of the United States, both for its small size and for the large number of companies headquartered there. Indeed, for only $50, credit cards accepted, you too can incorporate there. Name this 1,982 square mile eastern state. Alex.
Connecticut.
No, I'm sorry. Krista.
Rhode Island.
Nope, it's actually Delaware. E.B. White defined one of these as a man who shaves and takes a train and then rides back to shave again. What's the word? Pierce.
A businessman.
No, I'm sorry. Rogers City, anyone? Looking for commuter. Name one of 3 security features of U.S. paper currency that can be used to determine if a bill is genuine or counterfeit. Eric.
A watermark.
I don't know, judges is a... No, sorry. That will not work. I'm sorry. Rogers City, anyone? Alex.
Like the strip of paper in the middle, hold up to a light.
No?
No.
All right. All right. Specifically, the paper is fluorescent under an ultraviolet lamp, or the ink is magnetic, or the paper is riddled with tiny microscopic holes. So. Because a hurricane forms in warm regions near the equator, it is called what? It's called a tropical storm. Rodgers and Hammerstein wrote all of the following musicals except South Pacific, Sound of Music, Oklahoma, The King and I, or My Fair Lady. Pierce.
Sound of Music.
No, I'm sorry, it's incorrect. Rogers City, anyone? Nick, or Phil, I'm sorry.
Oklahoma.
No, actually it's My Fair Lady. What's the most common theme of an elegy, or elegy? Eric.
Death.
Death, that's right.
Nice.
All right, so we'll move over to a bonus question now. All right, name these famous places. Name the sea which Columbus thoroughly explored on his last 3 visits to America. Looking for the Caribbean. All right, back to the toss-up questions now. The first official meeting between the U.S. government and the PLO took place in December 1989 in a city not known for its devotion to peace. Indeed, the kind of peace named for it is a euphemism for total victory. Name this ancient town near modern-day Tunis. It's Carthage. At a constant volume and temperature, the pressure of an ideal gas is proportional to what? Did someone?
Temperature.
Sorry, that's incorrect. It's actually the mass of the gas. Because of Longfellow's poem, part of this Canadian province is known as the land of Evangeline. Name the province. Pierce?
Quebec?
Nope, sorry. Rogers City, anyone? Alex?
Ontario.
No, it's Nova Scotia. Its water is 7 to 8 times saltier than seawater. Nearly 30% is dissolved salt and other minerals such as potash and bromides. Only some salt-tolerant microorganisms can live there. Name the world's saltiest body of water. Pierce?
The Dead Sea.
That's right, the Dead Sea. Right over to some bonus questions now. Who painted these masterpieces? The Blue Boy.
Michelangelo.
No, I'm sorry, it's Thomas Gainsborough. All right, that's going to do it for our bonus round. We'll be right back with some updated scores and for our 60-second round. Welcome back. We have some updated scores for you. So far, Rogers City is at 10 points and Alcona is at 30 points. And we also have some alternates coming in at this point. On Rogers City side, we have Ashley and Isaac. Welcome to the game. And then on Alcona side, we have Elliot joining us. Welcome to the game, Elliot. All right, and now before we begin our 60-second round, here are the rules.
This is our 60-second round. The team with the lowest score selects from one of the 4 categories of 10 questions. The team that has 60 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. Each correct answer is worth 10 points. Any missed questions will then be answered by the opposing team. An additional 20-point bonus is awarded for answering all 10 questions correctly.
All right, so let's jump into our 60-second round now, and we're going to start with Rogers City. And their topic today is Great Lakes. Which Great Lake is farthest north?
Superior.
Correct. Which one is listed first alphabetically?
Erie.
Erie.
Correct. Which is the only one located entirely in the United States?
Michigan.
Correct. Which one is in Toledo, Ohio? Which one is Toledo, Ohio located? On which one?
Lake Erie.
Correct. Which two are connected by the Straits of Mackinac?
Michigan and Huron.
Correct. Which one is connected to the Mississippi River by the Illinois waterway?
Lake Michigan.
Correct. On which one is Duluth, Minnesota located?
Lake Superior.
Correct. Name the shallowest Great Lake.
Lake Erie.
Correct. Name the smallest Great Lake.
Lake Michigan.
Sorry. Which one is listed last alphabetically?
Superior.
Correct. All right. Now any missed questions will go over to Alcona. And the only one that they missed is name the smallest Great Lake.
Ontario.
That's right. All right, so now we'll move over to Alcona. Their topic today is starts with F. All answers to these short and sweet clues start with the letter F. Everyone gets 15 minutes of it.
Free time.
Sorry. Small auto accident.
Fender bender.
Correct. Mythical wrinkle-removing water spout.
A ferry.
Sorry. Bird from Atlanta or Malta.
Firebird.
Sorry. Concrete base of a structure.
Foundation.
Correct. Accidentally shot by one's own army.
Friendly fire.
Correct. Taking property for lack of payment.
Foreclosed.
Correct. Not domestic.
Foreign.
Correct. What some crooks leave behind.
Fingerprints.
Correct. And Pan played one.
Ferry.
Sorry. All right, so now Masterpiece. Any missed or past questions will go over to Rogers City. Everyone gets 15 minutes of it.
Fame.
Correct. Fame. Mythical wrinkle-removing water spout.
Fountain of Youth.
Fountain of Youth.
That's right. Bird from Atlanta or Malta.
Falcon.
Falcon. That's right. And finally, Pan played one.
Fiddle.
No, sorry, flute. All right, that will do it for our 60-second round. We'll be right back with some updated scores and for our final round. Welcome back. We've got some updated scores for you. Rogers City moved into the lead with 130, and Alcona's at 100. And now we have our final round. It's another toss-up round. It's the same as the first round, so let's just begin. According to infant psychologist Daniel Stern, this is the most calming type of human physical contact when someone is aroused and in distress. He calls it ventral-to-ventral contact, but we know it as what three-letter word? Phil. No, I'm sorry. Ashley, I'm sorry.
Hug.
Hug, that's right, yep. Apologize, Ashley. What is a bedpost in bowling? Pierce.
Pin.
No, I'm sorry. Anyone from Rogers City? All right, Isaac?
7-10 split.
That's right, yep. The non-parallel sides of a trapezoid are called legs. What do we call the parallel sides of a trapezoid? Ashley.
Base.
Base, that's right, yep. The Pennsylvania Gazette announced on December 19, 1732, a new publication, Poor Richard, an Almanac. Under which name did Benjamin Franklin write this publication? Krista.
Michael Thurmore.
No, I'm sorry. Anyone from Rogers City? Richard Saunders. In his book, The Meaning of Hitler, Sebastian Hoffner writes, France had been staring at Hitler's Germany as a rabbit stares at a snake. On May 10, 1940, the snake struck. The heroic France of 1914, the triumphant France of 1919, was no more. Name the French general who assumed responsibility for this shattering defeat. It'd be Charles de Gaulle. Maya Angelou wrote the autobiographical work, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, in which black poet's sympathy are the lines, "It is not carol of joy or glee, but a prayer that he sends from his heart's deep core. I know why the caged bird sings." Alex.
Langston Hughes.
No, sorry. Alcona, anyone? That's Paul Laurence Dunbar. What is the translation of the classic Federico Fellini movie La Dolce Vita? It is The Sweet Life. Name both years in which there were 3 presidents of the United States. That's 1841 and 1881. The earthworm has a primitive brain which is better described as a large network of neurons. This brain is called what? It's a ganglion. What do the following 4 people have in common? Suetonius, Josephus, Pliny, and Tacitus. Eric?
They're Roman.
No, sorry. Roger City, anyone? Nick?
Greek.
Nope, they're historians, all of them. The heliocentric theory of the solar system was proved in the 16th and 17th centuries, largely through the work of 4 scientists, a Dane, a German, an Italian, and a Pole. Name them all. Eric?
Galileo, Aristotle, and Hippocrates.
No, I'm sorry. Roger City, anyone? Looking for Tycho Brahe, Nicholas Copernicus, Johannes Kepler, and Galileo Galilei. But a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing invariably the same object evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism. This clause is excerpted from which document? Alex.
The Constitution.
No, I'm sorry. Alcona, anyone? The Declaration of Independence. It is made by treating nitric acid with ammonia vapor. By combining it with diesel fuel, it becomes an inexpensive explosive. Name this compound also used in fertilizers.
Methane.
No, sorry. Alcona? Pierce?
Nitroglycerin.
No, we're looking for ammonium nitrate. All right, that's going to do it for our final round. We'll be right back with the final scores. Welcome back. We have the final scores for today's game. Rogers City ended with 160 and Alcona ended with 100. So congratulations, Rogers City, on your win today. Please join us again next time where Mayo will take on Hale. And before we let you go, we're going to leave you with a quote by the great philosopher Plato, who said, "Knowledge is the food of the soul." So remember, stay hungry, my friends.